Hello to my one person viewing. This is my back porch stream today. It's my cat Littlefoot, just took off to get a bird. Getting ready to have a nice storm. He'll be back up here. It's starting to rain. There he is. That's Littlefoot. Somebody say hello in chat. I don't see chat, so I don't know if anybody's saying hello or not. Oh, sorry. Littlefoot hit my camera. Hello. I don't see chat, but welcome in. It's my backyard stream. I'm hoping to catch a nice storm. Maybe a hummingbird or two. Just sitting on my porch today, enjoying nature. I love the storms. You'll probably see some cows way on the far hill there in the background. Might see some deer. Probably see a cat or two. You can see it's kind of windy. My windmill's moving pretty good. Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry if you're saying anything in chat. I can't see the chat. So I'm going to go get my other phone so I can actually see chat. I'll be right back. That's Piper on camera at the top of the stairs there. She's my calico. She was rescued. She came to us one day after we built this cabin, and she was starving, super skinny, so we took her in. And that Siamese is Peaches. We call her Princess Peach. And they want to go down and hunt for mice and birds, but they don't like the rain. Now I'm going to sign on, then I'll be able to see. Oh, I see chat now. Hi. Hi, Jenna. Judson's fishing. Oh, how many birds? Oh, we always have a lot of birds. We feed them. I have bird feeders. Hi, Ann Liz. Oh, I have 7 cats. Yeah. We originally had 2, and then once we moved out here, there was an old barn, and we built a cabin on the property, and a lot of stray cats had been living in the barn, and there were 3 mamas that were pregnant, and we ended up having to keep one of the mamas, or 2 of the mamas, and some of the babies, because the shelter wouldn't take them. The rescues wouldn't take them. Well, we didn't want them to go to the shelter, but the rescues wouldn't take them. So now we have 7 cats and we love them. 2 of them don't really come outside much, and these come outside in the day, but they go in by dark because we have coyotes and bobcats. So they're very smart. They know they have to be in by dark. Thank you. They're good cats. Except our alpha male, he's pretty, let's just say he's an alpha male. He's a good hunter. He gets yelled at. So he brings up too many chipmunks and things that we don't like him to bring, but I mean, they're just doing what cats do, I guess. I hear a cat crying. I gotta go let somebody out. It was our man Littlefoot he wanted out. That's Piper again, the calico. I think she's upset. She really wants to go roam. She's becoming a good little birder. They just do not like the wet grass. There's the alpha male, Littlefoot. Oh, he's going for it. Good morning, Jackie. Good to see you too. I know I haven't done anything on this channel for a long time. Been dealing with a lot of health issues and other things. But what better way? Just come and show some nature. We're supposed to get a good storm. How have you been? Can you hear my neighbor yelling at her kids? She's a good ways away. And my other neighbor's dog is barking. Kind of funny, but not really. Oh, I'm glad you're well, Jackie. I'm going to have to stop by, see what you're doing. Oh, you heard the yelling? No, that's a woman. And there's her hound dogs, if you can hear that. They're kind of my nemesis. My husband and I sit out here at night, like, oh, he gets done work at 3, gets home at 3:30. And then we sit out here in the evening. It's our favorite time to watch the deer and everything. And those dogs start every night. I'm like, no, they interrupt our peace every night. Oh, thanks, Jackie. I mean, they're things that'll never go away. No, but I mean, just have a good attitude about it and be thankful for everything. So it's okay. It's all good. It's kind of cool here today. It's 71. I actually have a shirt and a hoodie on because I thought it was pretty cool. It's usually always windy here. The wind's calmed down a little bit now, but we're supposed to have rain and storms today. I'm hoping to catch a hummingbird at my feeder. Plus, they like the fuchsia plants that I have in the pots there. I haven't seen any this morning. Hello, everybody that's in here. Thanks for stopping by. This is my little porch, my back porch, my cabin, West Virginia. Our little retirement hillbilly cabin. Or not quite old enough to retire yet, but really? You haven't seen hummingbirds? Do you know anything about, oh, now I can't remember the name of the bird. I'll think of it here in a minute. You know the birds I don't have this year? I don't have any orioles. I put out my oriole feeder again. and I put my grape jelly in it because Orioles, like grape jelly. But you know what? My hummingbirds are eating the grape jelly, actually. I was kind of surprised by that. Here comes Littlefoot again. He's coming back. What's wrong, buddy? Didn't see any mice or birds. And there's Princess Peach. That's his sister. She's not sure what to do. All kinds of birds now. Well, I was hoping to catch a storm, but it's actually getting lighter out here. Jackie, how's everything with you, if you're still there? Oh, hi, Kathy. You can't hear? I'm talking kind of low. Usually when someone says it's okay, it's never really okay, but I get you. Can you hear better now, Kathy? Oh, yeah. Jackie, I get it. Yeah, we got ours all planted. I did some different things this year. You're welcome, hun. Um, like 2 weeks ago, I had this huge pot. Okay, I decided to put basil seeds in it and just see. I was like, oh, they probably won't all come up. Well, most of them came up. So last night, yeah, no, night before last, I had to transplant a lot of them. Put them in I just put them in red solo cups, and I have so many basil plants now that I don't even know what to do with them. I'm probably just gonna dry them out and save them. And I'm gonna can tomatoes this year. I'll probably make tomato sauce, like pasta sauce with a lot of it. Hey, God bless you too, Kathy. Where are you from? Thanks for stopping by. Here's little Princess Peach. She's so pretty. How big's your garden, Jackie? Kathy, I guess you can figure, um, I'm in West Virginia. I'm actually in northern West Virginia. I don't have as much of a, the twangy accent like most West Virginians. Oh, you have 6 different kinds of basil? Yeah, I always wanted to plant like the purple basil. My mom always planted that, but I just did one kind this year. I actually had the seeds left over in a packet. I never even opened them. I've had them for a few years. I love basil. It's probably my favorite herb. I still have some dill and cilantro. I need to get oregano. I actually haven't even been in the garden. Um, I'm having some trouble walking. I broke my foot in October and popped a tendon, and I can't walk on uneven ground still. I have a permanent boot being made that I have to wear until I can have surgery, and that might not be for a good while, so I just can't go in the garden. I'm kind of a fall risk now. I've fallen a few times, so I have to be careful. Oh, you're from around Charleston? Charleston, West Virginia? Oh, really? My grandparents, on my dad's side, well, my dad was actually raised in Charleston, and all of his ancestors came from Ireland and moved to Charleston area. My grandparents lived in Scott Depot. My dad graduated from Stonewall Jackson High, so most of my roots on that side are from Charleston. My uncle lived there. A lot of good memories have gone to Grandma and Grandpa's in Scott Depot. My other grandparents were from West Virginia too, so I'm a native. Now my dad's parents, now they had the heavy accent. They were just so cute. My husband has it. He's got the thick hillbilly accent. Oh, weeds are awful. Yeah, my husband's keeping up with it, but barely. Usually he spends a lot of time in the garden, a lot. We've had a lot of rain, so the weeds are difficult. Yeah, we didn't put in as much as what we usually do. We're not doing any green beans. You know, that's a staple for a gardener, you know, a farmer. And I just, last year we didn't do too good with green beans and it was so hard, you know, to pick them. And I'm like, forget it. They take up too much room and let's not do green beans this year. So, and I think I had like 2 dozen tomato plants last year. And I told them this year, I was like, no, no, we can't do it. We're not doing it. And at the end of the year, I couldn't even give tomatoes away, which is rare, you know. He was taking them to work, and I canned what I wanted to can or what I could can, you know. And then I was like, I don't even know. I think we only put in 6 plants or something this year. I think we only did one cucumber plant because our cucumbers went nuts, and we were giving those away to everybody, and he was taking those to work, and there were like 12 guys there, and they just quit taking them because there were so many. I'm like, that's pretty bad. They're wonderful. Pole beans. I would love to do pole beans. We talked about that because I have a really bad back too. I need back surgery, and that was hard for me. I love the garden, but um, yeah, we wanted to do pole beans, but I decided to save up a good bit of my garden this year to put in like a sunflower, 3 rows of sunflowers, different heights, just to be pretty, you know, just something I could look at in late summer, early fall. No, they didn't take the free cucumbers. You know, and they were the burpless. They were so nice, really nice cucumbers. Oh, are you in Ohio, Kathy? Um, my cousins live in Ohio. They're in Toledo area. I'm really close to Ohio. I mean, that's where we shop. I'm right on the Ohio River. Well, not here, but I say that we're way out in the country here. But when I go to town, we're right on the Ohio River. Which, you know, you can say that for what half of West Virginia is along the Ohio River there, the whole left west side of the state. Yeah, I get you too. Once a mountaineer, always a mountaineer. It's in your blood. I think the problem, Jackie, is, you know, everyone around here grows a garden. You know, we're in the country, so everybody usually has their own. Oh, sorry. I hit my tripod. Not on camera today because I didn't get much sleep. So I look very tired. Do you keep a garden too, Kathy? My mom used to do the square foot gardening, and you know, she grew nice stuff in what, 4x4, you know, just 4x4 plots. Ours is more the traditional, but it was a game changer putting the 6 foot tall fence around it because here the deer eat everything. Yeah, square foot is really good. It's amazing. I tell people, even if you live in the city or whatever, like my friends that live in town, I'm like, you can do amazing gardening, you know? You don't have to have much space. You can do gardening and pots. You can do all kinds of stuff. It doesn't take much. Of course, they just call me and say, do you have any tomatoes? Do you have any of this? Like, yeah, I don't mind. It's not for everybody. Country living, and that isn't for everybody. Some people don't have time. They just want to go to the grocery store or whatever. You can grow a lot of food in a small space. It's so much nicer. All summer long or all winter long, we buy cucumbers. We usually go to Sam's Club and I'll buy all of our produce. We just don't have like Whole Food stores or anything like that. And Mike, my husband, he just hates it. He's like, they taste terrible. I'm like, yeah, but we can't grow cucumbers in the house. Homegrown is amazing, especially the tomatoes. I cannot wait for tomatoes every year. That's my favorite. It's one of my favorite foods, actually, tomatoes. Do you grow garlic? Do you guys grow any garlic? I'd like to try that. Oh, yeah, bunnies and groundhogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most people are like, oh, if I won the lottery, I'd have this nice car and I'd have this. And I'm like, oh no, I'd have like a greenhouse that I could, attach to my house. I could go in and have all this fresh vegetables. Do you ever see those earth ship houses? Yeah, the bunnies are ruthless. If you look up earth ship, they're amazing. They're really amazing. Now they grow things in the homes. They're kind of like everything's self-contained in that home. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just like fascinating. Your groundhog loves the greens. Yeah, we haven't had the deer. I checked my security cameras, and I think because we always feed the deer every year, we love them so much. We've been feeding them corn, and we keep a salt block over the hill, and we don't hunt anymore, but we like to feed them. We like them in our yard and stuff. This year we haven't, so now they aren't eating my roses as much, and they aren't eating my flowers, and I don't have them on the cameras. This is a couple weeks ago. We were at Rural King, I asked my husband, I said, do you want to get corn for the deer? And he said, no, they aren't eating your roses right now. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. But I miss them. I miss seeing them in the backyard. He wants to go hunting. He hates that the grass is wet. Yeah, we have hunted. My husband's hunted right from this porch. If I turn the camera, let's see, here. Look way past that bird feeder and way down in that clearing. See way down there? He is shot from here way down there, which is a couple 100 yards. He shot a deer from this porch. It's been several years since he's done that because he will not like shoot right here in the backyard or anything. That's when we were feeding the deer. And it had to be the only reason he shot that because it was a really big buck. But we don't hunt anymore. We don't even think about it. No, they're just too pretty. The older we get, the more we just kind of love our wildlife now. We're getting soft in our old age, you know? So we don't. But this farm has 165 acres, so there's a lot of woods and a lot of area. Everybody hunts in West Virginia pretty much. I think it's just because, it's always been, I don't know, it's a tradition. Appalachian people, that's how they've fed their families and self-sufficient. You canned, you grew your own food, you hunted your own meat, you had to survive. Yeah, right, Jackie. People think it's cruel, which, I mean, I get that, but it's also survival. It's been survival since the earliest days of man. I used to hunt myself. My mom grew up a farm girl. There was just her and her sister on the farm. So they had to do those kind of things. And she used to tell me all kinds of stories. Her mother, they had a big farm. They had 300 and some acres. And her dad died when she was 9. And her mother was a professor, college professor. And she taught biology and all the sciences. And then she had to, my mom and her sister, when they were still at home, well, I'm not going to say what they had to do, but they had to help. They had to help butcher the chickens and all kinds of things. So my mom was kind of tough, and she had to hunt. You know, they had to have meat, so my mom actually had to learn to hunt and had to do a lot of the chores that, let's say, a brother would have done or a man would have done. So my mom was kind of a tough bird. She never did that once she had kids. She had 4 of us kids. And then she just became a stay-at-home mom. She cooked, she cleaned, she was very domestic. Did you like hunting, Kathy? Hi, Paul. Welcome. You like birds? Thanks for stopping in. We're talking about hunting. Where are you from, Paul? Thanks for the likes, everybody who's like this. I never go live, really. This is just something I wanted to kind of sit on the back porch and maybe share, like, some of this beautiful day. I know the sun's not out, but it's still pretty. It's beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing like the woods. My dad taught me that when I was young. I would tell my mom he's gone squirrel hunting. And I remember he took me one time and we were sitting on a log and he told me Missy. He would call me Missy, as he used to call me Miss Priss. I was the only girl. And I had 3 brothers, and he took me. I was pretty young. I was probably 7, 6, something around that. And we were sitting on the log, and he said, you know, I just like to come out here and sit in the woods because it's peaceful. And he said he felt closer to God, and I never forgot that. And I still always think about that. Yes, he did love to hunt too, but my dad was a businessman, you know, and he grew up in the city. And that's the thing he said he loved best about my mom, that she was a farm girl and he really wanted to own a farm someday. He never did, but that's what he wanted. He loved the woods. When he died, we buried him in the cemetery, and my brothers said it was real important that his plot, you know, looked over the same hill where he used to go to hunt. Oh, the ticks are horrible, yeah. I haven't seen too many, though, this year. I think I had one early on, like in the spring on me, but that was it. A lot of birds. I love that sound. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we have a front porch too. It's just like a little barn style cabin. The Amish built it. They built the shell, and then we did all the rest, my husband and I. It's got a loft. It's very big. It's like, oh, maybe, oh, I don't even know if it's 900 square feet. We took some of the back porch and I made a little room, uh, uh, like an 8x8 room. That's my art studio. but I think the back it was 32, I think it's 8 feet, 8 by 32 porch. The front's 6 by 32. But we never sit in the front porch. That was my, when drawing up the plans for the cabin, I said, all I want is a really big pantry and a really nice back porch. I wish I would have done the back porch actually bigger, but it's fine. I call it my extra, this is my room. This is my favorite room because I'm here 90% of the time. It's a pretty view. If we look this way, that's Pennsylvania. And this is our backyard, and that's the hayfield down there. But over that way is Pennsylvania. Not very far. We can be in Pennsylvania in about 15 minutes. I can be in Ohio in 15 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing quite like a porch, is there? Like 20 years ago. Wow, we've been together over 30 years. And from the very beginning, we said someday we're going to have a little cabin. We're going to be sitting on the back porch in our rocking chairs together. And just last night, I said something to him. I said, babe, we always said we were going to get rocking chairs for the porch. Should we do that? And he just looked at me and said, I don't know. I said, well, would you use a rocking chair? We don't have rocking chairs yet. I like my table on the porch because that way I can bring my art stuff out here and do my watercolors out here on the porch. Newell? Where's Newell? Is that at the tippy top? That might be at the very top of West Virginia, is it? Do you know where Wheeling is? No, I'm not up that far. I am in the northern panhandle. No, I'm more south than that. To the horse track. Okay. Yeah, no. Do you know where Wheeling is? Where they had the original jamboree. Wheeling used to be our state capital at one time. Actually, twice, I believe. But it was the original state capital. I'm south of Wheeling. I'm actually in Marshall County. I did grow up in Wheeling, though. Not the city, but I grew up around, I don't know if you've heard of Ogilvy Resort, Ogilvy Park. Jamboree in the Hills, yeah, I've been there. That's over in Ohio. It's not far from me. It's probably like a 45-minute drive. I go to Sam's Club not far from the site, the Jamboree in the Hills site. That's wild. It's a wild place, but it's fun. I went with my best friend the first time. We were in high school, and the Judds were playing. And I didn't even listen to country music then, but man, it was a great time. I don't even remember who else, but I know the Judds, and I'd have to look that up. I think it was 1985 or 86. I live in the county where Brad Paisley is from. He went to the high school that my kids went to high school at. Did you go to school in West Virginia, Kathy? Yeah, it's a wild place. You know what, though? As wild as it gets there, sorry, I kicked my tripod. There's never any violence, though. There's never any of that stuff. It's like hillbilly wild is different. It's not wild and hateful, you know what I mean? It's drunken wild, but did you ever go to Jamboree in the Hills? Oh, is that a small high school? Kathy, do you have content on your channel? Do you make videos? Yeah, you know what Hillbilly Wild is. It's all fun. We don't hurt nobody. We're good people. We're all friendly and fun. Yeah, my school was huge, my high school. One of the biggest in the state. Okay, you don't. I was going to say, I'll definitely sub to your channel. I really enjoyed talking to you. So glad you came in. Yeah, West Virginia gets such a bad rep, you know. You watch all these people that show all these videos and they're like, oh, look at this. We went to the worst place in West Virginia. And I'm like, you know what? You need to go to some other places in West Virginia because you just show the worst. And you could show the worst of any state and it's going to be just as bad. But you're not showing the most beautiful things, and there's a ton of beautiful things and beautiful people. We really do have some of the kindest people, you know. It's a slower pace of life. We're not in any hurry. We don't care about progress. And it's getting darker here. I feel like a storm might be moving in. Aw. Are you far from West Virginia where you are in Ohio? Do you get to come back? Do you still have family here? I don't have any other family here. It's my in-laws. I have a brother in Kentucky, sister in Arizona, half brother in Indiana. Peaches, you better get out of my basil. Come here, baby. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you got good memories. Home is where the heart is, right? It's always going to be your home. They can take the girl out of West Virginia, right? You can't take West Virginia out of the girl. We got you, Kathy. How's your weather? I'm actually cold. I think it's 71, but I'm cold out here on this porch. Yes, I love wind chimes. I have a real nice set on the front porch. Um, that's where all the wind comes from. The rain. It's so windy. We're very high up on this ridge, very high. We're at one of the highest points in the county. And when the wind and the rain comes in, that's why we don't sit on the front porch, because it just is absolutely horizontal. When it comes in, it's like we can't. We'll be soaked. And the wind just really comes through. So they're always, those chimes are always going on the front porch. But these chimes, I was looking for a set like on the front porch, and I think I got them at Tractor Supply a couple years ago. They're so pretty. They have like a birdhouse on the top of them, and they're just the nicest wind chimes I ever got. And they were like $20. So it was in the spring I went looking for them, and I didn't like what they had there. They were just like chintzy looking metal things, and I don't know. I couldn't find what I wanted. And we tried like several other stores that day, and finally ended up at Walmart. And he's like, "Just look here." And I was like, "No, they're not going to have anything." And I just grabbed these, and they were real cheap. I don't even know if they were like $9, or they weren't any more than $12. I came home and I'm like, "Oh," I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, "Actually, they have a very nice sound." So I do enjoy just sitting here. It's a really great stress reliever. I listen to the birds and I listen to the wind chimes, and I really don't care what kind of stress happened. I think that's, I don't know, sounds funny, like connect with nature and God. That's all I need. Nature is most important for me. That's what inspires me to paint. Then I go back and paint, and then I'm good to go. And I can tackle all those real problems, all the real world things like bills and people and all that other stuff. Yes, you always be a hillbilly. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a derogatory term. I'm proud of it. Let people say what they want. What do you have planned for the rest of your day? Anything fun, special? Piper. Hi. Hi, 4 people that are in here. Kathy and I are chatting. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you. Sorry, my cat keeps hitting the tripod. Oh, you've got a nice rain. Are you on your porch? I'm really still rooting for some thunder and maybe a little lightning. It's not my favorite, but I do love a good storm. Maybe a little bit of a heavy rain, not too heavy. Yeah, you're going to stay dry. That's always a good idea, huh? Except when we're kids, then we want to go out and get wet in the rain, right? I remember those days too. I think when my kids were little, I remember the walking in the puddle days. And I think I probably stomped in more of those puddles barefoot than my kids did. I was the one usually in them first saying, "Come on, guys, look, look, get this puddle." I'm always going to be a big kid at heart, always. Oh, thanks, Jackie. You're getting things done. Yeah, second day of summer. And we actually have cooler weather than we did, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago is when it got pretty warm. Those days are coming, though. Those warm days are coming. It's better than that 4-letter word, that snow. Oh, yeah, mud pies, mud. Nothing quite like dirt. When I was planting, potting my basil plants, oh, I was loving that. My hands were dirty, my nails were dirty, but I could just smell that dirt. It just smelled so good. I think my birds are mad. There's no bird seed in my feeder. They're like, get on it, woman. What are you doing? Oh, we got a hummingbird. Oh, it's around the other side of the hummingbird feeder. That figures. It's drinking right now. That little sneaky Pete wanted to stay out of view. Well, it should come back. Usually I have two of them. If it comes back, I'll zoom in. Oh, it did. I missed it. I didn't see that, Jackie. Wonder if it's when I went in the house. Or I was too busy yapping. I can't multitask. I can't talk and do something else. That would be the blonde in me, I guess. I don't know. He'll be back. We get this really tiny little hummingbird. It's so cute. That's the one that likes to eat the jelly too in my Oreo feeder. You can hear the crows. No, I don't think I've heard of that. What's it have in it? Does it have cow poop or something in it? Black cow, that's what make me think of that. If it smells like a barnyard. Must be real fertile. Oh, I don't know how I missed that, Jackie. Wow. Okay, I'll be more vigilant. I'll pay better attention. I don't know what I think the potting mix I use, it's a blue bag. It's like Miracle Grow, but it's like blue, light blue. I don't know, something we got at Walmart. Oh, it does have cow poop in it? Oh. Ew. Okay, well, I definitely didn't do that. I wouldn't be smelling that and thinking it smelled good. And if I would have known that, I would have had gloves on. Wouldn't be bare hands. Yeah, no thanks. Make the tomatoes grow, I'm sure. Yeah, probably make everything grow. We don't plant potatoes either. I think we only planted potatoes like 2 years that we've been together. Well, my sister in law has cows up here. She lives 2 houses down. So we could probably get all the manure we wanted. Black cow with a K? Yeah, I've never heard of that. Does it smell? I mean, like when you open it up, does it actually smell like that? Smells like nature. Oh, I mean, I like nature, but I got these big pots on my porch around me here. I don't know if I want that kind of nature when I sit on my back porch smelling it. She wanted to put cows here behind my house, you know, in that hayfield, that I showed here, like right here, where you see the hay there. She asked if their cows she could put a fence there and let their cows graze there. And my husband and I said, no, we really didn't want to have to smell the, you know, the nature from the cows. Not cow patties. Just has the cow patty essence. A little bit of it. I'm sure it's probably old cow crap. I mean, I've used dirt before, compost and stuff that has like mushroom manure. That's what they call it, mushroom manure. Hey, have you ever used that fish fertilizer? You talk about some stinky stuff. Ooh, my goodness. It works though. It's great on tomato plants. Dilute that in water and oh my goodness, that stuff is awful though. Oh, it doesn't stink? Huh. Yeah, I've never seen that. I'll have to look at our co-op, our southern states. I don't know if I'll be planting anything else this year. Yeah, right. That fish fertilizer is bad. My brother told me about that many, many, many years ago, and we went and got it, and I was like, "Whoa." You think about it, I mean, it is just rotten fish. Fermented fermented rotten liquid fish. You heard some people put like a fish in the bottom of the hole when they plant tomatoes, like a dead fish. I've heard about that. Oh, you have a whole gallon of it? Oh, wow. Yeah, that would go far. I wouldn't have to worry about it. My husband would do that. He's not affected by all that stuff. Oh, here comes the rain. What's wrong, Peachy? You want to go out there, don't you? It's raining, baby. Jackie, what's your latest craft you're working on? Oh, diamond painting. I think they're so beautiful. I can't do it. It's so tedious. My eyes are so horrible. I could sit and paint a watercolor with the tiniest strokes. And I do sit sometimes for hours at a time without getting up. But like to do a diamond painting, I can't imagine doing that. I don't know why. It's like doing cross stitch or something where you have to follow a pattern. My mind can't follow patterns or any organization or anything like that. I have to totally be like free. I don't know how to explain it. I'm a very disorganized person. I have to use complete creativity and uh, nothing scheduled, no patterns. I don't know. Just fly by the seat of my pants. Just abstract, go for it. Oh, crochet. That's a skill. I can do basic stitches, but that's another one, like doing the same thing over and over and over. I have failed. I've started crochet so many times and I just fail at it. And I love how knitting looks, especially like a tiny knit. I fail at all that stuff. My mom was so good at it all. I can't sew. I'm just horrible at sewing. I would love to be able to make a quilt someday, but these are not my skills. Anything where you have to follow the lines. That's why I don't bake. You have to follow recipes when you bake. So I try not to bake, but I love to cook. I love to just experiment and wing it and have total creative freedom. But yeah, sometimes it's nice. I'm like that. Ask my husband that. He'll say, yeah, I wish my wife was a little more organized with stuff. Her mind doesn't work that way. My mom and my aunt were so good at sewing. My aunt, I have some beautiful, well, I think they were actually, my grandmother did them. I have beautiful wedding ring quilt that I don't do anything with. It's in a cedar chest. I have some other quilts. They're so beautiful. My aunt made a quilt once. She sewed it and then she embroidered, it had wildflowers and she embroidered the wildflowers on it. And oh my gosh, it's just lovely. She was so good. She could do about anything. She was a great cook. She was a great artist. She could sing. She was such an inspiration to me. She could write. I love to write. She was an absolute genius. I see why people love to crochet. It's so relaxing. I love to watch people crochet. I really do. I love the, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Amigurumi? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. But the little dolls and little animals and all that, they're so adorable. What is that word? Amiguri? Amiguri? I don't know. I did crochet amigurumi. Yeah, amigurumi. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I crocheted little tiny, what are they called? Little tiny toboggans for my Christmas tree one year. I had a ball doing that. I just kept making them and making them. And then I made a whole bunch of different colored ones for my daughter's Christmas tree. Oh, kitties. I would love that. Yeah, that's something I would love to have. I'd love to buy some little mini kitties for ornaments for my Christmas tree, even. Little kitties. I have 7 kitties. I would love that. I need to start looking at them on Etsy. I wish I had grandchildren. Maybe someday. I have 2 kids, and neither one of them want kids. So That may not happen. That's okay. Do you have your kitties on your channel? Do you have pictures of them? You'll have to send me pictures of your mini kitties. Pretty sure my email's on my... Yeah. Well, it's this West Virginia Life at Gmail. Oh my goodness. How cute. Yeah, I gotta make my rounds on YouTube again. Just this whole past year, I've just had a lot going on. Especially some stuff on YouTube, some drama and some hater stuff. I need to get back to just doing what I love and not worrying about it. That's what I'm going to do. After talking to a friend this past week, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to stick with the positivity. Let the haters fizzle their own life out, you know? Yeah, I'm going to get back to stuff. I think the main thing was I, d- I can't really do my gardening because I can't walk in the garden. I didn't know what kind of content to put out on this channel. I couldn't get out to the stores as much, not being able to walk as well. So they're trying to get my permanent boot for me by the end of the month. So I'm hoping that'll be a game changer. I can actually walk more, at least till I can have the surgery done. Um, I still get out, even though the doctor says I'm not supposed to be walking with that pain, but yeah, yeah, I was gonna do the paint thing, but that's so personal to me, the painting. I've never really shared that. Like I give people paintings, I do cards. I paint a lot of cards and I give people my cards. But it's so personal. I'm not sure that I don't know. You know how people attack you. I'm like, all of my feelings go in my painting. They really do. I'm like, I don't know that I want to share all my feelings with the world, you know? And the process of me painting sometimes is, I don't know, people would be like, why is she doing that? It doesn't always make sense while you're doing the thing. And then at the end, it does. But sometimes my process is pure chaos until the end. It might not make sense to anyone else while it's gone on. Oh, Kathy, for you to say that, you've only I mean, have you watched me before? Because I've seen you here for an hour and a half, and for you to say that, that's super sweet of you to say. That really is very kind of you to say. now we have some nice rain. It's coming down heavier. I've been waiting all day for this. Rain is beautiful. I don't do a whole lot of anything. You know, I can't work. I haven't worked for a long time since COVID. I think it's okay to some days just survive and just do the things I do around the home for my family and do my art. We all have different abilities as long as we can do them and not out hurting anyone else. What's wrong, guys? It's raining, huh? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on my porch. I'll show you my little foot. He just decided to lay down over there in the corner. He's gonna take a nap. I have two under the table at my feet. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Sorry I haven't put out much content. I promise, I think we're going to go up to Amish country soon. I've been begging my husband to take a day off. He has a lot of vacation saved up. Usually he takes vacation to do something around here, whether it's, I don't know. He'll always have a plan, and he'll tell me at the last minute, and he'll say, I took next week off so I could work on this or work on that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to do anything. So I've been on him about like, hey, I'd like to go back up to Amish country. We go up to Sugar Creek, Ohio. So I told him, I said, next time we go, I'm going to make a nice video. Try to make it better than my last video. So I'll make a good video when we go up there. And I'd like to spend the night and get a hotel up there, motel. So we have more time. It's such a big, nice area, and you can't see everything all at once. And plus, with my foot now, it really slows me down. So I'd like to see more. Maybe go to a comedy show, and there's flea markets, and there's all kinds of antique stores that I've not been able to get into. And I'll just do, maybe this week I'll do my Sam's Club. I know people like watching like people shop and stuff, and I haven't done that for a good while. Last week when we went, I think we did a pretty big haul. I think it was like $200 some worth, and I'm like, man, I should have taped that because I got different stuff than what I normally get. So I'll try to be a little more intentional about doing that. Which tree? The one down over the hill? Oh, the one straight ahead. No. My husband would be able to tell you what kind of tree that is. I think it's probably a cherry, like a wild. He knows all his trees. He used to do logging. I think he wants to take all those trees out. I wanted that area there's some ornamental grasses there. I wanted that to be my bird sanctuary area. And I wanted some trees and then like some bigger perennials and those ornamental grasses and then a whole planting area just for the birds and stuff. Hoping to get squirrels, but we don't have any squirrels. But he keeps telling me he's going to take those trees out because he's afraid they're going to fall on the electric lines and stuff. You live close to Sugar Creek? Oh, you're so lucky. That's where we went on our honeymoon. Wow. I love it up there. We love to go there. Squirrels are a pest. Well, we have chipmunks, and I absolutely love chipmunks. We have no squirrels, believe it or not. But my cats take care of the chipmunks, and I get so mad at them because I love them so much. And the chipmunks live over there in those trees, and there's a wood pile there. And they go in, they hide in that tall grass, the cats do. And then they'll bring those chipmunks up to the porch, and I just yell at them. I'm like, stop getting the chipmunks. Oh, okay. Okay, Jackie, I see where you tagged me. No, that's okay. I'll get it from where you tagged me. Thank you. You're so lucky to live by Sugar Creek. There's some stuff I buy grocery-wise that I only get up there too, Kathy. And you got the best produce. You know, the Amish produce is like the best. That area is just crazy the way it's booming too. That's where that's who built our cabin. We went up there. That's where our builder is from. Well, they came here and they put it up in 6 hours. Chipmunks are the cutest. Wow, I'm going on like 1 hour and 41 minutes here. I need to see what time it is. Oh, I think I better go. It says my blood sugar's 59 and it's 12 o'clock. I love Berlin. I agree with you on that, Kathy. Berlin is wonderful. It's one of my favorites. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I've enjoyed talking to you so much. Keep hearing gunshots. Or I should say pew-pews. Yeah, thanks, Jackie. I'm going to make it to yours, too. I go to Mrs. Yoder's kitchen. We go to that restaurant. Thanks for coming in, Kathy. I'm hoping to go live again. I hope I'll catch a good storm. And I'm hoping to get a bird feeder camera, too. Because I'd like to set up bird feeder streams. I love the birds so much. So thanks for coming in, guys. I hope you have a really good day. All right. You guys take care. I'll see you soon. And hopefully I can figure out how to end this live. I'll talk to you soon.